Hey everyone, this is Chris. Today we're reviewing the GuoGuan YueXiao Pro, an update to the popular GuoGuan YueXiao 3x3. The original GuoGuan YueXiao was released in the beginning of 2016 by a new MoYu sub-brand, GuoGuan. Shortly after release, the YueXiao became one of the most popular cubes on the market. The cube was known for its soft, papery feel and strong all-around performance. This new version of the YueXiao, called the YueXiao Pro, was released mid-August of 2017. The Pro retails for $19.99, making it $4 more than its predecessor. It's packaged in a nice white box with blue printing and comes with a Team MoYu card, a MoYu cube stand, complimentary screwdriver, tension adjustment tools, solution pamphlet, and a signature card featuring the designer Zhang Guochuan. He also made a special video that you can watch now.
Hello， 亲爱的摩友们，我是GuoGuan魔方设计师张国权。我的新产品YueXiao Pro 在近期已经上市了，然后这款产品我在里面添加了许多新的设计元素，包括3段十元角，还有防软角等。希望这款产品能够给你们带来一个新的复原手感体验。谢谢大家的支持。
Thanks for sending in that video. Now let's get back to the cube. The Pro measures 56mm across and weighs in at 83.7 grams stickered, making it 3 grams lighter than the original. The cube comes in black, white, and stickerless, and features a split-piece design, something pretty common in MoYu releases now. At first glance, one of the most defining characteristics of the Pro is the rounded corners. The rounded corners feature hasn't been seen in a 3x3 since the Oolong version 2, a puzzle from 3 years ago. One very apparent change is the addition of steep grooves on the edge pieces. These grooves form 3 tiers of contact points. GuoGuan calls this a 3-segment design. Each segment touches a different part on the internals, forming a multi-level contact system. The sides of the centers feature similar 3 segments as the edges. Lastly, the corners continue this multi-contact pattern seen here. The differences between the pieces are pretty obvious in comparison to the original YueXiao. When you put a corner and edge together, you'll notice a lot more space in between the pieces of the Pro. In the Pro, the corner stock is much longer and the piece is no longer hollowed out. The multi-segmented edge piece of the Pro contrasts distinctly against the flat surface of the original YueXiao. The center pieces can be distinguished like this as well, multi-segmented versus flat. Currently, the cube is not magnetic from the factory, but the insides of the Pro pieces have slots for magnets, which is pretty cool. The YueXiao Pro is a controllable, snappy cube with a moderate turning speed. The corner cutting is extremely accommodating. You can cut forward more than half a piece and backwards line to line very easily. Despite the rounded corners, the risk of corner twisting is fairly low. The credit for this goes to GuoGuan's polyline anti-twist design, a series of protrusions on the corners that guard against twists. This gives the cube the benefit of rounded corners, such as flexible corner cutting and good movement, without the drawback of unwanted twists. Overall, the Pro is a great update to the YueXiao. With its polished packaging, unique design, and distinct turning quality, the Pro does very well to set itself apart from other cubes. So far, the GuoGuan brand has built a solid collection of releases: the YueXiao, the Xing'an, and now the YueXiao Pro. Every one of these puzzles has been met with outstanding reception. To hear more about our opinions, let's check in with our testers.
Hey everyone, this is Phil. The YueXiao Pro is a solid, no-nonsense cube. It has a sharp, rigid feel that is very unique. But despite this rigid feel, the cube isn't jarring to turn. I set my cube up with weight 5 on the core and a combination of Traxxas 10K and Lubrical Silk on the pieces. The cube has a weighty, substantial resistance to it when turning. The thing that stands out most to me about this cube is that literally everything is stable. After lubrication and breaking in, fast turning is stable, the corner cutting is stable, and the M slices are stable. No part of this cube is squishy or overly flexy. Another note is that this cube feels very different from the original YueXiao. This isn't one of those releases where you go, oh, this cube is obviously an update or a second version. The Pro's clean and snappy feel is very different in comparison to the original. Overall, I feel the YueXiao Pro is a nice, competition viable speed cube. It's a little heavier than what I personally prefer, but I wouldn't be surprised if quite a few highly competitive cubers switched to this puzzle as their main. This is a very solid cube in every sense of the word. Thanks to GuoGuan for bringing this to the market.
Hey guys, this is Chris. The version that I initially got was the magnetic version, so that's what I'm going to be talking about in my portion. The YueXiao Pro is very different from the original. The plastic is harder and has a much snappier feel. Phil mentioned the cube being very stable, and I agree with that. My version with magnets hasn't had any problems with the cube locking up a lot or disforming. I lubed the cube with a little bit of everything. I did Lubical Black on the core, 30K in really small areas like the edge track, silk on the pieces, and then finished the cube off with DNM, which is kind of a lot of lube, but they all kind of seemed like they made sense for different reasons. This combination made the cube very smooth and also quite fast, but it's still very controllable for me, which is important because oftentimes I'm not very good at using fast cubes, and even initially when this cube was very fast, I still found it super fun to use, which is kind of odd because fast cubes for me are normally really bad, but I don't know, I didn't really mind it here. Since getting the cube, I've done around 600 solves, and that's one of the first times in a long time that I've wanted to sit down and just keep solving. I found the cube very enjoyable to use. Oftentimes I want to stop solving because my cube either gets gross or starts to lock up a lot, and I haven't really felt that way with this cube yet. Overall, I really enjoy the YueXiao Pro. While I don't think it's a cube that has massive performance benefits over other cubes on the market, it's one that I find myself really enjoying to use and definitely has potential to be my main.
Hey guys, Drew Brads here. The YueXiao Pro is a bit of a throwback cube, which combines some old school designs with modern performance standards. I set mine up using Traxxas 50K on the core and then Weight 1 and DNM 37 on the pieces. So the feeling is now pleasantly crunchy and clicky. It really leaves behind the clunkiness of the original YueXiao. I think my favorite two aspects of this cube are the solid feeling and the controllability. The pieces tend to spring back into their place even on loose tensions, giving it a reassuring solidity, but I'm not sure that I would describe this puzzle as stable. It still feels like a big mess of pieces, whereas more stable cubes tend to feel like several intersecting layers. Of course, magnets can be added to improve this aspect. In addition, the Pro maintains a slick, free-flowing style despite its relatively slow speed. In other words, it can be on the slow side without being gummy and gross. These features bring to mind older cubes such as the Oolong version 2 and the Thunderclap version 1, which are some of my favorite cubes of all time. I do have a couple issues with this cube, however. Its larger size and heavy weight cause it to seem rather bulky as I solve. Obviously this used to be the norm for speed cubes, so I think I can readjust if I keep solving with it. I also have some pretty bad catches on this cube every now and then. I haven't exactly pinpointed the source yet, and I've found that loosening the tensions and using light lube tends to help out. The cube is still improving, but right now it's not as good as my Weilong GTS version 2. One quick side note for this cube, it comes with some very helpful extras in the box. One of my pet peeves is unevenly tensioned cubes, and the adjustment tools are a brilliant way to prevent that. I also got a sweet Lucas Etter card. In conclusion, the GuoGuan YueXiao Pro combines an old school style with performance that's on par with today's best cubes. I really enjoy solving on this puzzle, and I look forward to continuing to break it in and refine it. Yes! That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed this video.